Mark?
Two things. One, I agree with Al that Gowdy may not get the hearing right. I didn't say he would get it right and it wouldn't come off as partisan. That's their goal, though. They're well aware of the mistakes in the past. I've covered Hillary Clinton and controversy and scandal since 1992. And there are three things I think at play here that explain her behavior. One is she hates when her privacy is violated. And she's deathly terrified, as she has been from the beginning, I think, that people are going to see her private emails and they'll be leaked. Second, when there's a tension between the political and the legal, she and David Kendall, the Clintons' longtime attorney, always want to go with the legal. Keep her out of legal jeopardy, even when there's politics involved. And finally, you all talked earlier about she should apologize. The Clintons hate to apologize. They hate to show weakness. And that's why she will just dig and continue to spin the way she's been spinning and hope that there are distractions like Trump. There are things that come up that work in her favor, that she slays Trey Gowdy at the hearing, and then she never has to apologize, never have to explain. I'll say one more thing. The State Department should be explaining some of this stuff. It's the State Department's obligation on questions of FOIA, on congressional subpoenas. They should be explaining.
Mark, we've been saying that here for a couple of weeks. The State Department has a lot of explaining to do. Even yesterday, they put out a statement saying that she did nothing wrong. It is an embarrassment. John Kerry's State Department should be embarrassed by what a shoddy operation they're running when it comes to securing classified information. They have been nothing but an apologist for her, and it's time that they turn the corner and they start answering questions. And David, I think that's basically what you were saying earlier, not in as tough terms as I've said, but they had classified information outside of the State Department, and they sat back, did nothing about it. And you look at the statements. Time and time again, they have been covering up for Hillary Clinton.
They needed to say to her right from the beginning, a special deal like the one that you're proposing is not appropriate, and here's why. And they needed, once that server deal got started, to make sure, I mean, there should have been conversations every day. Let's keep classified information off of this server. This is, I mean, government officials take protection of classified information very seriously in the post-Snowden age, believe me. And, this is something they should have been talking about every moment.
Who's they?
There is a vast bureaucracy at the State Department that looks at classified information, that manages the flow. I mean, don't think these issues aren't front and center for everybody every day.
And by the way, when you hear John Kerry, Al, going out saying that he thinks that his emails have probably been hacked by the Russians and the Chinese, that's John Kerry already covering for Hillary Clinton down the road, because they know that's a story that could be coming out in the next couple of months. The entire thing has been orchestrated in a way that is a real embarrassment, and John Kerry and the State Department should not be covering up for Hillary Clinton's deplorable actions when it comes to classified materials.
I agree. I'm going to go to Mark's point earlier about the Clintons tend to treat these things as a legal issue and try to be narrow about it. You can't get away with that. And this is a test for John Podesta. John Podesta is this incredibly talented man who's running the campaign, and if John Podesta doesn't overrule the lawyers in this case and say, hey, Houston, we've got a political problem here, I think it's going to be really, really bad for her. And I think that's what will happen. She can't treat this as a narrow legal problem. We've gone beyond that. The FBI changes that.
But Chuck Todd, you pushed the buzzer too late. We're going to do